We first started our farm with sheep once we had the idea of starting a livestock farm, and sheep to us was always the foundation, or it is always the foundation, i.e. our logo is a ram. The sheep, the whole premise around that and what really intrigued us was the Icelandic sheep, a triple purpose breed, which always intrigued us, like, oh, we can milk them and make cheese, and we could have meat, and we can, have fiber and, wool, and that's all great. And we start, the sheep are on a rented field, a couple days sometimes that you can give them enough hay, or they're on pasture. As long as they have water, they're good. It's not a multiple times a day sort of thing. But for the sheep, the key for us was being in an outdoor on pasture, having some shelter, and having just beautiful sunshine and green grass to graze on, at least in the nice months. The sheep with us has evolved into multiple breeds just because we're looking for something that's called a hybrid vigor, which means that if you're crossbreeding, the offspring become just much stronger, a better immune system, versus staying within the same breed all the time. So we've mixed it up. We've had opportunities to purchase some hair sheep from somebody locally. So no shearing, but a different breed. And then we have some Leicesters, which are border Leicesters and black Leicesters. So we have a whole big mix. And the same thing goes on with some of our other animals as well. But that's where we really focused on the sheep. The sheep we breed on farm. We do get some supplemental lambs from some of our farmer friends that don't have a processing facility or look to do anything around processing their animals, and we buy them as young lambs and then raise them over at the farm. But the vast majority of what we do on farm is breeding our sheep. We have around 80 ewes that we're breeding this season. Last year we bred 75, so we went up a little bit. Some of the sheep that you have to consider is for breeding, is for looking at conformation, looking at your females, looking at how they are with good mothers, taking good notes, keeping good records. But that's also going to give you the best outcomes in that you're not going to have any issues upon lambing time or how they're raising their young. So lots and lots of different stories over the years that we've experienced with regard to breeding these animals and the different things that we've been challenged with, and we've gotten to a really good point now with the sheep and with the process that we breed, raise them, where we raise them, how we raise them, so that's pretty solid. Our love for sheep is all around a grazing animal. Their size, which they're not scary, they're not a 1,500-pound animal staring at you. So they're very manageable. There's nothing more beautiful than sheep grazing in a field as far as I'm concerned. And our love for the lambs, and we have lambs on the farm and they're just bouncing around like they have springs in their feet, and they're super friendly, and it's just a very joyous time. Also, you always have your complications, but it's really awesome having lambs running around, having their moms, taking care of them, getting frustrated with them and bang at them when they're not listening. So it's just very, very comical. It's like very entertaining. You just sit in there and just watch them all. So to me, grazing on green pasture, our farm is very nice in that it has, a lot of undulation to it. So it kind of seems, we've had people drive into the parking lot being like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in Ireland or Scotland or something. And when the grass is all green, it can look like that, and it's just beautiful seeing sheep scattered throughout the field grazing. So, just to have them as part of the operation is really an enjoyable aspect of having sheep. We have plenty of customers that have a couple in their backyard, and I would say you do need at least 2, if not 3. Something happens to 2 of them, you need to find another sheep. You have 3 of them, something happens to 1, you still have a pair. They're social animals, they need to be with others. You can't just keep 1 sheep by itself, that's almost like torture. So you do want to have multiple animals. You don't need 350 like I have, but it's also a really cool thing to have on the farm, and it's an essential farm animal if you're going to have a little homestead or a little backyard type of farming, to where you can have these animals grazing out there, get a couple of goats mixed in, and you have your grazers that can keep the lawn down and eliminate your need to do too much mowing.